Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night. I hope you will enjoy today's video, so let's just get into it.
Why do I think that a boy is going to treat me nicer if he's known me for longer? You think I would have learned this lesson by now, but no, here I am, still in the same situation at 24 years old. So that guy that I went on a date with about, I don't know how long ago it was, and we chatted for 8 hours straight and nothing happened and I was confused, and then he told me he didn't want anything serious. So I invited him round to my house the other day. He doesn't want anything serious. I was okay with that. I had a free house. I invited him round. What do you think should be going down in that situation? Well, nothing went down. We just had another 9-hour chat. Like, what more of a green light do you want, bro? Like, what? Literally, I've given you a free house with me in it, and I've welcomed you in to my door. If that's not a green light, I don't understand what is.
I'm not really sure if him pulling your hair from behind you counts as him being nicer and treating you nicer, but sure. I don't even know how long I've known him for. 5 years. She remembered by the end of the video. I stopped the video because she was going on for 2 more minutes. See, he might have been interested in you 5 years ago, but he's no longer interested. You're a pen pal. You're someone he talks to. You're a wingman. You're the one helping him with girls. When he said he's not looking for something serious, he meant he's not looking for you. Also, this might be the reason why. I can play those words, but I'm gonna try to read them for you. She's complaining that her not sleeping around, it's not her personality trait. Her words: I'm used to being the SLAG, the 304, the WHORE. And there you go. He knows that about you. He's known you for 5 years. He knows all your personality traits, and taking antibiotics, I guess it's not a hobby for him.
I've got a tip for you to save time while online dating. If you're old like me, you do not have time on your side. So we are not about wasting time. Tip is, as soon as you match with someone, set up a FaceTime call or Zoom, whichever you can do. At the very, very least, an actual old-fashioned phone call. And here's why. Many of us are guilty of this. I know I am. In the past, talking to people for months sometimes without ever talking to them on the phone, without even hearing their voice. I know, it's crazy. There's so much to learn about a person by talking to them face to face, and at the very least on the phone. For starters, tonality of voice. You can tell when someone's being sarcastic versus not, things like that. That always gets kind of diluted through text messaging. You can learn a lot about somebody when you start interacting with them, the things that they think are funny, the things that they don't think are funny, what they kid about, their mannerisms, the tonality of their voice, all of these things that you just cannot get through a texting relationship. This does not need to be a long, hour-long call, 2-hour-long call, unless it goes that well. But just schedule time, like 10-15 minutes to just pop on, say hi, introduce yourself, talk to each other like humans instead of always using this damn phone to do everything. And also, I don't know about you, but there's been many profiles that look perfect on paper. You see them and you're like, oh my gosh, she's the one for me. And then you start to get to know them and you're like, no, we are not a match. So if you like this tip, follow for more. And also, if you're going to put this into play, I really want to know how it goes. So save this video and come back to it, comment, and let me know how it goes.
Well, it was like this. You just wasted 2 minutes of my time I'm never going to get back while talking about saving time because you're old. Oh yeah, tick tock, tick tock. You want me to tell you how it goes? You're not even gonna try the tips you're giving to someone else? Why don't you try it and let me know how it went? Other than that, there's no surprise to no one you're still single or can't get past that first date. You match with someone on a dating app and then you just text for a couple of months? Oh no, I wonder why that's not working out. We're only texting, we're only talking to each other, I don't know, a few times a week. We're creating an image in our head about what the other person's gonna be. You're gonna turn me into Prince Charming in your head, and then we're going finally on a date and I show up. What could possibly be the reason we're not gonna get that second date? Ah well, tick tock, tick tock.
If I wrote a thesis
or went to school, I would write my thesis on, and I'm so glad you asked, I would write my thesis on how men don't know how to ask questions on dates. Like, babe, if I ask, oh, what kind of music do you listen to? Ask me back. Men ask if I have siblings challenge. It's crazy. Like, you'll be on a date for 3 hours and they'll leave like, I had the best time. Yeah, no, we just talked about you for 3 hours. Of course you had a good time. How do you write a thesis?
You grab a pen, a piece of paper, you go back to the 90s and you learn how to write in cursive. She's not wrong though. To everyone's surprise, I know women love to talk about themselves. So if you find yourself on a date, ask questions about her, and that's the type of questions that will keep her talking for 3 hours. And then you can be in your own head and think about football or fishing or whatever hobbies you have. Nah, I'm only joking. Don't do that, because at some point she's gonna ask some questions to see if you are paying attention.
There's a girl whose video is getting stitched around the internet right now. She's saying something to the effect of, if you want princess treatment, you don't say you're a princess. You just act shocked and offended or like confused when they do something that's not princess treatment like. I have done this inadvertently. And I will say this, by the time that I'm acting shocked, confused, or offended, it's so genuine that like I either never talk to that guy again or the breakup happens that night. And if I decide to even see him after the breakup, it's like rinse, wash, repeat, because like he eventually does something again where like it triggers that same shock, confusion, and it gets worse each time. Like I'm so jarred by the fact that I'm not being treated like a princess. And it's so traumatizing for everybody involved. It's hard to see them again normally.
Nah, not really, princess. Only for you. He got his twice, cause you were smart enough to go the second time for something you didn't get the first time. That right there is Sleeping Beauty's level of IQ when she was asleep. One of you guys sent me this video and I appreciate you for it. So I'm gonna respond to the video, but I'm gonna have to read everything because there's no voice, it's just text. I divorced my husband when he got cancer. A life coach is defending her decision to divorce her dying husband, claiming that despite widespread disapproval, she is now living her best life. Yana Fry says her husband was first diagnosed with testicular cancer just 3 months into their marriage and that his illness prevented the couple from trying to have children for 5 years. After a friend took her own life, Yana says she was forced to reckon with her own mortality and decided to file for divorce. She claims her ex's family was so angry after she left that they didn't bother to inform her of his passing 2 years later. Still, Yana says that she has no regrets about her decision to put herself first. Oh well, that took me by surprise. I can see people being separated into groups about this one. First group saying good for her, and second group saying wedding vows mean nothing to some of these people. Unfortunately, I'm gonna be part of that second group. About a month ago was this trend on TikTok with all the men haters saying that if you get cancer, your man is gonna leave you. Well, apparently not so much, and it's not like you don't. That video had a comment. I was diagnosed with double breast cancer at 22. My husband never left my side. I couldn't have done it without him. We have been married for 40 years. Tells you a lot about this woman that she took off. It really does, doesn't it? She stayed in for 5 years and then she decided that she had enough. She knew her husband is gonna pass and she couldn't even give him the 2 more years. By far the worst 2 years of his entire life, and he was left with no moral support, and on top of that he had to go through a divorce because she decided to put her life first, and she's a life coach. The most horrible amongst human beings is gonna teach you on how to live your life. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass on that. But let me know what you guys think, cause I may be looking at this all wrong. Okay, let me read the comment this wonderful lady is about to respond to first. So if a man doesn't want a promiscuous woman, he's controlling and wants obligation?
Yes. Any more questions?
Yes, care to expand on that a little bit further? Of course not, because you have no argument. Here's mine and I'm gonna keep it short. You stay promiscuous, I'm gonna stay away. And if that makes me controlling, great. And one more. Care to explain to me how am I controlling if I stay away? Still no argument? Great. I wasn't really expecting any.
Rule number 21. Stay single until...
Now I'm convinced already. Stay single.
This is okay. This is okay. This is okay. Everything is okay.
Okay, the comment she responded to said this. Okay, for what exactly? Your health? Another great argument like we've seen on number 6. Okay, for what? Yes.
If your husband loses his job, would you break up with him? Absolutely yes.
Who keeps marrying these animals? If your husband loses his job and you're gonna break up with him, great. He deserves everything coming his way. I'm done defending people saying, I didn't knew who she was. Yes, you knew. You saw the sign, you chose to ignore them. Congrats on you getting married. You better get 2 jobs now so she won't leave you. Say whatever you want, that requires some skills. Gymnasts train for years to do a flip like that and she got it on the first try. Anyway, I'm done for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.